What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What up?
Hi.
We got a full house. A. Welcome back to A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. How we feeling?
We feeling all right.
Can we just talk about this ending, or you know what? We have to go through the rest of the episode, but
it's not much to go through. But yes, we'll get to it for sure.
First thing we gonna talk
first.
about.
Yes, first.
Come on, Judy.
9 years ago today, I got my body cut open. The biggest form of survivor you will ever play is being a mother. Okay.
Ooh. Come on, talk about it.
And
Talk
today,
about it.
happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Birthday! Everybody say happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday wishes.
He is
Love
9
you,
years
nephew.
old today. He in bed though because it's school night. But turn up this weekend. We taking shots of apple juice for everybody. For Ryan's birthday. So happy birthday to my baby.
Happy birthday, nephew.
Man, Eric's taking the same shots too of apple juice.
Is
with the option.
Sparkling at that. So I got a little kick to mine.
A little sparkle. Ooh, there's a little steam there.
But y'all know why we're here. Obviously to wish Ryan a happy birthday, but to talk about Survivor 48 because this episode has left a lot of people, in we're in uncharted territories.
Oh yeah.
Something unprecedented happened.
Is this the first time this happened?
Yes.
This way, yes, absolutely.
And we're gonna let our resident Survivor encyclopedia walk us through everything when we get there. But before we get there, first, we're gonna talk about how we led up to what we get to. That has the whole internet and the Survivor fandom in disarray and confusion. Some are elated, some are just underwhelmed. Some people are just not understanding, right? So we'll talk about it. But we got to get there first, right? Because there's a story, a beginning, a middle, and an end. And before we get to the end, we got to do those first. So, starting off, we got the aftermath from the last tribal council, where Kevin was voted out. Say used her idol, and she.
Bye, Kevin.
I love Say. I think we've said this time and time again, but she was like, you know what? I'm kind of pissed because y'all made me use my idol, and I didn't have to. I don't like that.
She's justified. If they want to go together as a unit of three, she could have had an idol on top of that. And now it's idol hunt time.
Right.
Yeah.
And it made for a great story though, because her and Mary, this dynamic, and we'll talk about it just a little
Love
bit.
Mary. I don't know. What made me happy is right off the jump, Mary, her vibes are great. She's like, all right, you know what? Kevin left. Cool. I'm just happy to be here. Yeah. I'm happy to keep playing. I don't know. Her vibes are, I love it.
Yeah. Mary won me over this episode, y'all. She won me over.
Listen. I
wasn't a hater.
Mary. I was on the Mary hate train because she's coming after my girl Say. But like I said, I love when two people are at odds and they team up. And I see it. I see the vision. And I'm not mad at it. A little bit.
I wish it would happen. It makes the most sense for it to happen.
If what we know happens is gonna happen didn't happen, then it could happen.
True.
Yeah.
But we also know what's going to happen after what happened. So it may not ever happen.
I'm so glad you follow along with that because I low-key lost track in my head for a little bit what I was trying to say. But we found us like, please let them know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I got you. So before we get to the chase, the actual chase, like that was a little.
There was a puzzle.
No, before then, we get a story about David. And that has garnered mixed reactions as well. I was sad. I don't know. Maybe it's just the therapist in me that I was sad for him. But a lot of people were like,
I missed it. What was the story?
So essentially, David big old stuntman, big old muscles. Everyone's assuming, hey, this guy got his life together. Look at him. But unfortunately, he does not have that much money, if any, and he's currently living in a trailer in front of his dad's. And I'm not gonna lie, Kyle made me laugh. Kyle made me laugh because when David first started talking about it, like, oh, I live in a trailer in front of my dad's. Kyle said, "Sick, dude!" Like trying to just be so
Your dad
nice.
has a lot of land, right? You said that, right?
So sick. And David's like, "Why is that sick?" You know, he was like, "Man, I hate my situation, but this guy wants to start a family, and I mean, I feel $1 million or whatever it will be after taxes.
Listen,
that's significant."
Well, that's not even the part that behooved me. The part that behooved me was, so yes, he lives in a trailer in front of his dad's house, right? The dad does not have a lot of land. He says it's just a regular house. So he's just in a trailer at 38 years of age.
House, but that's just me.
He's 38 years old, right? But he has a girlfriend, and she's 32.
In the trailer?
She don't. And so he mentions, you have to go back and watch it so we can get your,
Yeah, because I missed the first 30 minutes.
So he says that she wants 4 kids, but she realized that he ain't got no money. He 38, she 32. He ain't got no money. He living in a trailer. And she's like not trying to leave him, but she also wants to start a family. And he says that if he doesn't win $1 million, he's not going back home to a relationship because she probably don't leave.
Yes. Oh, hold on. Let me speak the word. David, if your girl gonna leave you when you broke, you don't need her. Because when you do the marriage vows, they say for sicker or poor, for richer or poor. Okay? So if she waiting on you to win that money, leave her. At this point, David can win just so he can say.
So the other side of that is like he said he has friends like, bro, if she's gonna leave you if you don't have money, then you don't need to be with her. But he's saying it's not that she's leaving him for the money, but it's because like realistically, he ain't got nothing. And she want a family. And I guess you got the biological clock that's at work here in people's minds and things like that. And the financial aspect that comes with having a kid. And she want 4 of them and he ain't got nothing. And so she kind of like way he's framing it is just like, bro, like I want
we're compatible, but our life paths won't lead to the same spot.
Where does she stay?
We don't know that, Trees.
Well, listen, hold on. Y'all missed first 20 minutes, so I'm just getting this tea right now.
Let's give us the woman perspective. Okay, give us the woman perspective.
So you worried about where he lives and what he doing, which yes, you should. You should be 38, living in a trailer in front of your daddy's house. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what happens. Hard times come on people. So I don't know how long he been in this trailer, but maybe that might just be his stepping stone to the next phase of his life. Whether he win Survivor or not. Next, if you want him out that trailer so bad and you want him to be the father of your children, move him out that trailer. Sometimes a woman needs to push her man into the right. I ain't saying you got to do everything, but sometimes you might need to give him a little help, a little step. If this is the man that you want to be the father of your children, the man you want to marry, you got to give him a little leeway. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if he's not trying to better himself. That's a whole nother story. But it sounds like he's trying. And if he's trying, then I think there's room to grow. But if you're not in a trailer, then your man shouldn't be in a trailer. Because you know who's going to be with me? In my house. No trailer. Matter of fact, put the trailer in the back. Because when you make me mad, you can go sleep in there. But now you can sleep in the room with me. So, yeah, I want to know her living situation. It's more to that story.
It is.
I feel
like to me from watching, I feel like it's more so coming from a place of like insecurity. Mm-hmm. And from the way he said it sounds like it's more so from like him making assumptions, him being in his own head, him being dissatisfied with his own situation. Like, I can kind of relate to that.
They do be doing that.
Not really like you at where you want to be at or where you should be at. And so like I really feel like this is a lot more so him and maybe some outside factors aside from his girlfriend kind of putting those thoughts in his head and making him feel like he's not enough.
Yeah.
But I really feel like, I don't know, that's just my perspective on it.
That's what I think. Oh, go ahead, Eli.
I think this is one. It's relatable to a lot of people. It really is. A lot of people are going through similar situations, and it's cool to see someone actually talk about it on TV. But also, man, this is the type of cast and the motivation. This guy's hopefully willing to cut a throat and not willing to sit down like Justin and get voted off. So hopefully we see some fight from him.
And Pretty Kitty said, "I'm not trying nothing with no man without no money." I'm not believing that's the full story. I hear you.
Listen. I'm with you. Now, if we was 22, I might could deal with a brokey. But at 32, let's talk about it. We're going to get
at the end of the day, like we don't know his situation. We don't know how he ended up in the trailer. He said he made decisions in his life that got him where he is, but he doesn't regret the decisions that he's made. I felt something when he just said that if he don't win, then he ain't going back home to a relationship. I'm like, oh, that's kind of extreme.
He sound like he trying. And I feel like any man that keeps trying deserves to have all the happiness in the world.
But if you need to go work out at the Home Depot, that's where you need to go.
Listen,
them stunt jobs is far and few between. You need to go because there's one of my mentors.
Did he say he didn't have a job?
He's a stunt man. So, and we know that they make 2 blockbuster movies a year. So if you don't get on either of them, then it might be a rough year. I don't know.
Yeah, he might need to just do a Home Depot.
As my mentor said, if your pockets say empty and your bills say monthly, you go take whatever you can go get until you can adequately pay your stuff. So, sir, if you ain't got no stunt jobs, you need to find yourself stunting at the Home Depot, at the 7-Eleven, or wherever else.
Kitty is on his neck.
I want it to work. I don't want him to lose his relationship and the love of his life over not, being able to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, back to the game because that's enough of it. That story, it was just I feel like a compelling story for me personally. I know a lot of people they didn't care for it.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah,
because y'all know me.
So after his little story, we start to see some rifts forming on the Lagi Purple Tribe.
Okay.
Thomas and Bianca, they sitting back and they see Ava, she playing around with Joe. He done made her a little bracelet. They over here building fires, weaving baskets.
Ava, which one is Ava? That's who we don't like now, huh?
Eva.
I don't like her, right?
Yeah, we don't like her no more.
We don't like her. We just know we don't like her.
No.
Okay, next. Go ahead. We'll talk about
I don't dislike her. I don't dislike. Don't say we. Don't say we. I'm not French.
Like
I as well.
Go ahead. We'll talk about
the 3 of y'all.
So they sitting back and looking, but they're like, they too close together, huh? They're like, So, at first we were thinking Star's gonna be the one out. This is Shaim. That's the way to pronounce his name, y'all. He gave us a tutorial over the weekend.
Shaim.
A soft H.
Or no H at all. He said people
or no
H person, they would say Shaim. No H at all. Shaim. So Shaim was saying that looking at everything black and white, Star would be the one going home because she doesn't fit with anyone. But with Thomas and friends sitting back and they seeing how close Ava, is it Eva or Ava?
Eva.
Yeah, evil.
Well, then we're gonna call her Ava.
Evil Ava. Since they are getting close to Shaim and Joe, they know that she won't vote them out, and it's looking like they're not gonna vote her out either. So it's their best interest to link up with Star, potentially to take her out. And
I think the interesting perspective though, is Shaim said that right before all this bracelet stuff, hey, Joe's my number 1. And it does make sense to, cut your numbers 1's next closest ally. But I'd be interested to see if that does go through.
Yeah.
How that impacts your relationship, because man, you can't just cut your bestie's number 1 like that and have no repercussions.
Right.
Sure. But if it's the tribe, if everybody in the tribe is doing it, you can do like I was told last minute type deal, and I have to go with the flow. But so Eva, she was like, Star and I are just never gonna click. We're in two different worlds. But I'm gonna go try to talk with her and bond with her, not because I like her or want to work with her, but because I just want to see if she's gonna tell me the truth, so I can just go ahead and vote her out, pretty much. And so she goes, she's trying to make talk with her and get to know her. And Star like, girl, you ain't said 2 words to me. What you over here talking for? Star ain't
No, I don't have an advantage. No, I didn't find anything. Best of luck. Bye bye.
Now, Eva, I'm just wondering, y'all ain't even shared like a little bowl of rice together, and you over here expecting her to share the information that she done found the Byyyeee advantage with you?
Girl.
Like, ma'am, be ever so freaking for real.
I respect, at least from her confessional, her saying, hey, is Star willing to lie to me? And kind of just seeing someone lying. And from that perspective, I liked it. But yeah, she should have never even thought that it was going to work. Star was going to tell her the truth. And shoot, she messed up her game.
That was even fine. Oh.
I was going to say, because then she went one step further. I think Eva kind of put her foot all the way down her esophagus.
Yeah.
I'm happy for it, because baby, that time was coming.
And it came out the other end.
Oh, yeah.
What'd she say?
So she, and over here trying to lie to try to win Star over in a fake way. She's like, I don't really think we need 2 puzzle people on this tribe. Indicating kind of Thomas, what other girl named Bianca? Saying that maybe one of them need to go. And then Star said, bet, gift received, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and deliver this information to somebody else. And she went and told the puzzle people, hey, Eva said we can get rid of one of y'all. And they said, oop. And then also the Thomas the villain, he was over here talking about, we were all on board to get Star, but now I think it actually might be beneficial for us to work with Star and help her get this idol. Because I don't like Eva doing what she's doing.
Bianca said the same thing. They was like, let's get her up out of there. And I said, look, late in the midnight hour, God's going to turn it around. He worked it out in Star's favor.
Come on now.
Out in Star's favor. Hey, DM. So it's looking like Star could potentially be very much safe, whether she finds the idol or not. Well, she needs to find so she get that vote back. But it's looking like the wheels could be turning in her favor. And I like to see Star up because it was hard to watch her be on the outs in her.
Y'all, Star's actually in game conversations. Can you believe it? And not just idol hunting 27 hours a day.
Right. So yeah, that transpired. So I was like, okay, we got some movement on Loggy, even though they continue to be safe, which spoiler alert, they were safe again. But it's good to see it moving. I wonder how it feels to be on a tribe that wins. You got people that you want out, but you can't get them out because you keep winning.
And I think one perspective that shows how good at competitions they were was Eva saying, hey, we don't need 2 puzzlers. Like that was her justification to get Thomas or Bianca out. Not that their relationships.
Yeah.
It's just we've been so good at competitions that, oh, you know what? We don't need 2 people to do puzzles.
And then
that's probably the winning mindset.
Or Thomas, one of them said, and we don't need 2 beefy people to be there either. So you can go, sister, pretty much.
I think just the one bad thing about being on a tribe that's always wins is that when you go to tribal council, one way or another, everything comes out to the table, as we eventually saw at the end of this episode. Whereas, like, you don't really know who your real friend, who you really got your back until they go and put their pen to paper.
Because I feel like Thomas has no one's back but Bianca. But hey, they preaching the California girls.
About that. I'm not even fully convinced about that. I think Thomas is Lord Thomas.
Thomas is for him. Thomas is playing the game for Thomas, baby.
I call him
Thomas and friends, but it's just Thomas. Let's get to the end. That's all it is.
Me, myself, and I. That's all he's singing every day he wakes up.
And that's the game you should be playing.
And I ain't even mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either.
Because it's only one name on that check. Okay.
And it's gonna be mine.
There you go.
Thomas, no friends.
There you go.
So after that, then that's when we get to the Say and Mary standoff, where I love that they're able to appreciate each other's game, because you have Mary like, you know what, Say is not my friend, but I respect her because you know what, she's fighting, and I don't know why I want to call them
Game recognize game.
Star and
Exactly what it
Mary.
is.
No, Say and Mary.
Say
Mary is running away, trying to find these idols. Say is not letting up. She is hunting after her. They are literally playing Tom and Jerry on this island and having the time of their life. And Say is like, yeah, we won't ever work together, but you know, I appreciate Mary. I think she's doing everything that she's supposed to as a Survivor player. You
don't say
no. Idol, you don't care, and you're gonna do what it takes. And I love this mutual respect, even though they won't ever work together. As we can see for now, but I appreciate how they appreciate and respect each other and having fun while at it. Like, because who runs in the jungle?
This really is a good. This is really a good way to hate somebody in the game of reality TV. You don't really hate them, you know. Like we don't mesh. You know, you play the game like I'm playing the game, but if it comes down to it, I'm voting you out. You know what I'm saying? But it's no hate. Like personally, there's no personal attacks, which is you know. And
Mary said that too. She was like, I've loved playing this game with Say, even though we're not friends, but she has made this experience enjoyable for me. And I'm like, you know what? I love it. I love the rivalry.
Love the competition. Yes.
Yeah. Like DM said, it's so funny to me because when she told Cedric, "Ain't no naps, get up," she out here trying to. What are y'all laying down here for?
Nah, ain't no naps. No, you would have got voted out. You would have got voted out. Say, don't interrupt my nap.
100%. That's why he did vote out.
Not my nap. Not my naps.
You will be posted up on each corner. We would not allow her to get an idol.
Man, and Mary taking off running in the middle of that too, getting on the boards, and she's running.
That's smart. Took off.
It was hilarious. So after that part, then we get to Mitch and Charity. It was a really small segment, but it's nice to see some things shifting on Siva a little bit because we seen David and Chrissy we didn't see no Chrissy this episode. Oh, she all right.
Professionals. Only person they got none.
Girl, who is Chrissy?
Man, she took over the purple edit from Bianca. Bianca was about to be purple, and Bianca came through this episode, and Chrissy
there she
getting into purple territory.
I forgot she was on the show. Hey, Chrissy girl.
Oh man. So they're talking. So Mitch and Charity, they're close. He said that's his number one ally, and he feels like they can pull in Kyle, and David.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. These names is tearing me up this time, y'all. I don't know what it is. What you say?
Take your time, baby. Take your time.
Take my time. That's I think I'm just trying to hurry up and get to what we need to get to, and now that's what's tripping me up. But anyways, so they start having those conversations. Mitch pulls Kyle out to the ocean on the rowboat, and he's like, I wasn't really a fan of Mitch, but we talking game. He approaches me with the 4 outside of the other 4 that I already have with David, Chrissy, and Camilla. And I got an item in my back pocket. What am I saying no for? So he's sitting pretty. Kyle is sitting pretty smack dab into alliances with the idol. Oh, what DM Rock say? Let's put it on the Jumbotron. Jeff said in an interview that there is a duo this season that don't like each other but respect each other but go far.
Listen,
that duo is Star and Eva. I hate to tell y'all. That's a duo.
No. It better not be.
It ain't, because we all know who Eva don't like.
Right.
Next.
No.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Because we knew them women couldn't stand each other. But they knew that they had to be sitting next to each other and one of them wanted to win.
What? I guess real quick, what are your guys' thoughts on Mitch and Charity? I feel like this is mainly on Mitch. Mitch was preaching this the most, to kind of go into the merge with the 2 strong guys instead of Camilla and Chrissy. Do you guys feel like that's smart to try to go with the strong guys that is quote unquote have the potential to comp out, even though we've seen big guys struggle?
Well, to some extent, yes, because you do want to kind of go into the merge with Shields because you want to have time to like lay low, be in the background, meet the new people, and like try to paint a picture, let them go comp out. And it's like, oh, they out here beasting. They gonna be a problem.
Mhm.
And then you gonna be collecting alliances like Infinity Stones, while the other people out here lowering your threat level, and then also like
Infinity Stone.
project, like making them look bigger. So yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I get where they were going with, but like Eli also said, that you just never know who's gonna come out. Like I don't think we all knew that Dee was gonna come out and shine when she was eating them up in them challenges, right? Like it was shocking for some people. After a while, we like, okay, we know Dee got this, but or you can have a Hunter situation. We knew Hunter was pretty athletic and Hunter was good at these challenges, and Hunter did really well. So you never know what someone is capable of till you get to the challenge, because one challenge you may be better at, somebody else may. So we'll see if it works out.
And one thing on this topic, I noticed at least from new era Survivor, for the most part, the comp beasts aren't usually very strategical. They're not like the strategists. Like for the most part, the comp beat, like either comp beast or like you're good at strategy. But there haven't really been too many people that have been like both, like where the Venn diagram is a circle.
Shoot, we haven't seen much of him in challenges, but do you think Kyle has the potential to go into that territory? We've seen his game relationship with Camilla, and I guess maybe Camilla completes that strategy Venn diagram, but would he be the one to watch in terms of being both?
I wouldn't be able to judge until the merge actually gets here.
But I think he has potential to be both. What did he say? He said something, and I was like, you smart. I don't know if it was a word that he used. I was like, I like that word, or I know the word that he used, or it was a phrase. What did he say? I can't.
That's how to get Eric. That's how to get Eric. Say a word he's never heard, using a sentence like, "Oh, that's a good word of the day."
That was like for me. I was like, this belies your intelligence. I don't know if they caught it, but I caught it, and so I know that Kyle is definitely a smart man.
Because what? He's a lawyer, right?
Yes.
That said he's a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
No, I know based on what I might have to go play the episode back. But whatever he said that caught my attention, I was like, you're smart. I caught it. So I don't know if anybody else caught it, but I did. I don't know what it was though. Forgot it. But I think he could be both a mental, like a social strategic threat on top of being a physical threat as well. So we're gonna see where they go with that. Anyways, next we have the challenge.
An equitable challenge. Surely anyone can win this. Sorry, Josh, go ahead.
No, they could have won it, but
they didn't.
Some people just aren't very good at listening. So this is a traditional blindfolded challenge. You go out in the course and find some stuff. Well, interesting dynamic because they played it in 4, so they've had one pair linked together and then one person going solo, and they're all going at the same time. So maybe slightly change it up, or whatever. They gotta go and they gotta go all over the course, retrieve 3 keys. The person who can see leads them over there to the other end, where they gotta unlock the puzzle and help someone who's blindfolded do the slide puzzle.
Yeah.
And last team to finish, 3 teams, will be going back to tribal council.
Which we knew who that was gonna be.
With no flame.
The funniest part for me was Cedric giving out these darn instructions. He talking about turn 9 o'clock, turn, sir, left, right, forward, or backwards. What does turn 9 o'clock mean?
Well, Eric, do you know what o'clock is? There's a direction that 9 o'clock is.
No, it's not. Not when I'm blindfolded.
People say watch your 6, not watch your back. I guess people do say that.
Don't tell me to watch no 6.
Watch your 6.
No, left.
I would have been doing my hands like.
Trees be like, all right, clockwise.
Yeah.
3, 6. Not, okay.
Would have. This is exactly what I would have done.
I'm physically able to see right now. I can look at a clock right here with the things now. I'm looking at an analog clock, and I still don't know what turn to the 9 is. Well, is that my left or my right?
Well, just because you don't understand doesn't mean it's not common knowledge for everybody else.
Well, she didn't know it either because Say was spinning around like a little bobblehead.
Well, to be fair, Say was spinning around when he was saying left and right, too. So.
It was funny. That defied my expectations a little bit, where I thought Say was going to be the communicator.
And the caller.
But also slide puzzle. She has to know how to do a slide puzzle. Maybe that was a difference maker, but
maybe. But in the
I
end,
just want to give a shout out to, I don't remember who it was on the purple team that when as soon as the challenge started, he just went full torpedo, blindfolded. Whoever, Joe Baby.
Fire jumped out, and he would have to go home too the very next time because you too good. Because how you make it to the whole other end of the obstacle course blindfolded, no trouble at all,
and not touch nothing. He didn't damage the family jewels on nothing.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't even touch a stick. He didn't touch a pole. He didn't touch nothing.
Cheating.
Man, y'all know what had me laughing? When the Green Tribe got to the actual rope section where they had to unravel it. I don't know if y'all saw. Mary was in the even further down. Yes. It's like, Mary, get your butt back so we can go as a team. I'm like, she's just wandering, and I'm like, oh, this is such like it encapsulates her game. Where it's like, all right, she's vibing, and I love the vibes. It was fun to see her in the background.
That's all it was vibes, baby. Because they almost came back. You know what? I'm gonna give them a little credit because they almost came back and caught Siva. Lockheed was too far ahead, completely dominated. Siva was doing really well, and then, Vula started for whatever they started working some. Vula started working some voodoo and started catching up, and that puzzle started getting together. But then I don't know what happened. They just lost,
and then it was a wrap.
It was indeed a wrap for their game, and so they're going back to Tribal Council once again.
But first, I haven't been good on names. In the Purple Tribe Loggy?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me, I know stuff. Okay. So,
yeah.
I always have the hardest time remembering the tribe names during this part of the season. That's why every time I podcast, it's just the color team. I don't remember nothing. So anyway, the winning team, they get to choose one person from each tribe to go on a little journey. They can't be known as been before. So purple team chooses Bianca. Orange team, they chose.
They chose Camilla on Siva.
Camilla, and then they chose Justin on the losing team.
Yep.
And so they go back to camp, and a lot of green team's going. Lula's going back to Tribal Council, and this journey, damn. Yahtzee from hell. Because all it is you got 7 dice, and we're only looking for 2 different outcomes. We're looking for fire, or we're looking for skulls. Whichever one you get, majority rules pretty much.
I think this is such a. I don't know. I'm actually one that likes games of chance in these games. Like, not everything should be skill based. This just felt so out of place. Like, to me at least. Where I like the aspect of no control, but also what the heck, and why are we doing this to 3 people? And I don't know.
Mind it. I mean, they didn't have to do it.
They did.
Oh, they did. They had to do it.
Yeah, that's why I was getting ready to say that. I wouldn't mind if they had an option, but they said go to your post. You're gonna roll these dice, which made the odds ever be in your favor.
Oh, I thought it was if you chose to. Oh, well, I missed that then. Well, don't force me to do it now. It's a chance.
Now I don't even want to do it.
Right.
So
how you gonna make me forfeit my vote?
Because
so what if I sit here and I roll? What you gonna do then? Take my vote anyway.
Yeah.
If they had a choice, Justin wouldn't have played.
True.
Yeah, likely.
So,
hopefully.
Yeah. So Camilla's the only one that got to keep her vote and got another one for playing, and the odds being in her favor. Bianca and Justin both lost. Both skulls, no vote.
Gotcha. And we appreciate you, pal of a girl. We do. Make sure y'all hard in the live. Y'all watching. Make sure y'all hit the likes and some comments and share. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing is, I mean, last week I was talking about the differences in the advantages that they got, whether it was block a vote versus sealing a vote. I feel like last week you give out 3 extra votes. I feel like this challenge is so 50-50 and lucky enough where I'd almost rather a more powerful steal a vote in this situation.
So you think it should be flipped? I agree.
A little bit, and I guess argument is, a game of skill, you should be able to earn it more, but man, a pure 50-50 chance.
I think it's the forced, because if I'm being forced to take this chance, I need it to be worth it. This little extra vote, yeah, that may be helpful, but I need something that's gonna shake the game up. Give me an item, baby.
There you go.
What I need.
Or another interesting thing, I don't know, potential way to do this in a future season, give them 3 boards. One where they have to get like 2 fires and they're safe. One where they have to go 4 and 4, and one where they have to get like 5 or 6 fires and they get an idol if they get that one. Kind of give them a little bit more choice, because this kind of felt like, hey, you tied Justin's hands and he got hold a little bit. He got screwed.
Survivor Productions sent Justin home tonight. Y'all sent the Peaceable home tonight, so I need y'all to know that, Jeff.
Not just hold on, because I'm gonna put a pin in that, because I'm gonna come back to that.
Well, he sent himself home because he should have told his friend, but
yeah, he should have told Cedric.
But I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it because my girl's still in the game.
Really no, but yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, so they go back to their respective tribes. I'm so sick of this. Silver need to lose, because this little kumbaya stuff gotta end. It has to go. I'm sorry. Oh, y'all, we won an extra vote. We.
Make sure we use this on Loggy.
Who is we?
That's ridiculous. Y'all telling everything. It's making me go crazy.
She's talking about what Mitch told everybody that what he won. So I feel like
you not Mitch. You ain't gonna do what Mitch do.
But here's the thing, though. If Mitch sets that precedent, which I think is stupid to do in the first place, I feel like if you get caught lying, it's going to look even worse on you.
That's true. Don't get caught.
And you're not going to ever know what actually happened on there till you meet up with the people on the other tribe, which is, and you decide to ask them, if people even remember to ask that stuff.
Listen, maybe next week.
There's enough time to talk. I'm sure that there's going to be conversations.
For sure. Which is why Bianca going to that immediately segues to Bianca, which she had no reason to make up the difference in what the challenge was, because baby girl, she came up with something from other seasons past. She done dug up the whole scripts.
She had too many details. I was like, oh Lord, girl.
You gotta flip the string and throw it. I don't remember what she talking about.
Me neither.
She's talking about sweat, or what is it? Smart or sweat, brain or sweat? What is it?
I think she was talking about one of the previous challenges that they had to do to earn they craft spot this season.
Yeah.
I remember the exact
That's the that's how
it was a challenge. Did it make sense to me? No. And I'm sure there's people that know what it is off the top, but yeah, it won't take long for them to come together and say, oh my gosh, Camilla, did you do that challenge? Oh my gosh, you were doing the rope thing? All Camilla has to say is, what? What? And then it starts to unravel from there.
But here's the thing. It'd be Justin go now, so it'd be her word against her. Like, so you gonna sit here and lie, talk about you did it, you just rolled some dice? That's all you did was roll dice? You think that's
that's such a horrible. Why would Survivor ever do that? That's such a weak challenge. What's the entertainment factor of it?
You know what?
If it came back.
Okay, I just thought of a new Survivor fear unlocked.
Yes.
If you go and you lie to your tribe about what happened on your little journey, and you have a tribe swap where it's everyone that's on your tribe, but then the person that was with you on the journey come over here and is able to tell the truth. Don't you be over here and I'm a lie? Right. To the merge. You supposed to be voted out. Get voted out so my story goes to the grave with me.
That part. That's why I said she's in a unique position because, and I don't know if this will ever come up or if she would even think about it, but with Justin gone, I know, jumping ahead, there's no one to refute or, back up and corroborate what Camilla is saying or what Bianca is saying. So,
but
unfortunately for her, she told Thomas. And she's like, so I'm going to be honest with you, I did lose my vote. And she could have just left it at that. She didn't have to say that she lied about what the challenge was because he's like, I believed you. You're scary. And in that moment, it should have. But you're my number one. You don't know what I trust. But in that moment, when he told you that you scary, you should have been plotting how you gonna get him out of here. Because if you telling me to my face that I'm scary and that you believe my lie, and I know how devious you are, you gotta go at some point.
Right.
From my perspective, I thought Thomas was joking. I mean, of course, I know there's a hint of truth to every joke or whatever it is, but I don't know if I'm looking that deep into Thomas saying that.
No, because he said I believed you, and he believed the lie. So he's like, dang, if you could lie to me this good, what else could you lie to me about? But it don't even matter though, because I'm really lying to you too. So thank you for that.
Yeah, because like the scariest thing to someone who's kind of portraying like the villain kind of ruthless type of role is like seeing that someone else is kind of on your type of time too. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna be outdone. You have to go.
It's giving, I'm not gonna say it's giving these people, but one mastermind getting mad at another mastermind and want to get the other mastermind out. So,
shout out to Bianca for I might have said it earlier, getting out of the purple edit. She is becoming a little purple, even though she's on the purple tribe, and she kind of did a little bit more this episode. So shout out to Bianca.
For sure. So
now
Bula. Take us through it, Josh, because
takes off glasses again.
Not these imaginary glasses.
Because I couldn't listening to Justin come up with this convoluted lie. And I mean, like, we've seen some bad liars about what happens on these journeys over the past 7 seasons in this new era. But my God, this was treacherous. This was terrible.
It was bad.
A mess. It was a mess.
I would have been like, I'm putting you out on the spot because even if that's true, that sounds like such a load of crap that I'm taking you out.
The tweet said, I know everybody can't see it for those who watch, for those listening, but it said everybody turning on Justin tomorrow when no supplies don't show up, and it's the girl from Jimmy Neutron doing that slow turn with the mouth open wide.
Shout out Libby.
Libby, yes, the slow turn. Like, so where are these supplies at?
Where everything is?
But so they really gonna be like, tomorrow, like.
I don't even know why he said tomorrow. It would have even said like, listen, I did a game to see if I lose my boat or get us some more supplies. We hungry, so of course I took the sacrifice for the tribe. Like that would have even made sense, and then everybody would have knew you lost your vote at least, and you would have maybe possibly said
no. Hey, his lie. All his lie had to do was buy him one day. You can explain why tomorrow. His reason for lying was good. Like he should not have said, "I lost my vote." They did buy
him a day,
and it put him in a position to potentially save himself. And so the lie was horrible. The reason for lying was I'm happy he lied.
At least he tried.
I'm not happy. I mean, I'm not happy or mad either way. I did like Justin, and I thought he would be a force to be reckoned with later on in the season had he made it that far. But it's like he lied, but you didn't have no reason to really lie because you should have told your closest ally. Because that way you can actually plan and navigate what tribal council is going to look like.
How would they plan that? I don't know. I guess maybe are you saying that they could have got together with Mary?
I don't know.
Or they distrust. I don't.
Cedric needed to know. I don't care how they figured it out, but Cedric should have known.
Mary, right?
Huh?
Who did Cedric vote at first?
Everyone voted for Mary. Two votes for Mary, but Mary had the shot in the dark.
What I'm saying is he was scared he wanted to keep it a secret or whatever because he didn't want them to know he lost his vote. But it's like you have to tell somebody that you lost your vote. You got to tell your close ally because they're gonna be thrown off like he was.
I feel like you got to keep that lie to the grave though. If there's 5 people, it's different. But in that scenario where Cedric, I guess this happened after, but Cedric said, "Hey, Say's gonna be writing your name down."
Yeah.
If she thinks Mary's playing the shot in the dark or whatever, and I feel like having Cedric believe, "Hey, there's 2 votes no matter what on Mary." Then Say believes that same thing, and that's the reason why Say votes for Mary. She has no reason to vote for Justin cause distrust if she believes Justin has his vote. So
yeah, I get that about not telling Say. I get that.
Yeah.
But
hey, we saw
Cedric-
Cedric snitch last week, or I guess snitch is in the right word. Kevin was having conversations about Say,
Snitch the
and
right
Cedric
word.
said, "Hey, Say, let's get him out."
But here's the thing, though.
but it came back
as, we,
together.
as we saw in this tribal council, Cedric's over here talking about his like kind of pecking order, like his like priority ranking.
Yeah.
It went Justin first because he bonded with him first, and then it was Say.
Mhm.
So obviously, Kevin was going to be a step below that. So it makes sense, even though snitching is snitch or whatever. But it makes sense that if my number 3 is talking about trying to make a move on my number 2, I can cut off 3 because they already one step below. I'm right with my top 2.
And this is where I'm saying, because had Cedric known that he didn't have no vote, he could have went in there. So regardless of what Mary did, he could have voted Say from the jump. And when Mary was safe, Say would have went home after the first vote.
Yeah.
Or at least they would have to retire. They would have to, she would have went home because Mary would have been safe. And Say would have went home with that one vote from Cedric.
The interesting thing is, I feel like the tough part of this vote is trying to not unnecessarily burn a bridge. Right. Of course, Cedric ended up throwing fire on the bridge, dousing it in gas, and then being like, "Oh, the fire is nothing." But that, if they want to go into some type of merge as a strong 3, Justin, Cedric, and Say, why would Cedric throw Say under the bus? And I know it ends up making sense, but hey, Cedric's not in danger.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's a fun dynamic. It's a fun vote.
It just goes back to like, you just never know what withholding information and what sharing information will do to your game. Sometimes sharing is not caring, and sometimes
sharing is not caring. And
sometimes withholding will have you folding your bags and heading home.
It's fun how we can all have different thoughts on this, though. Like, I think he was smart for not telling, and kind of I can see your guys' perspective on why he should have said it. But I'm saying by him, never tell no one.
Yeah, and that's just what it boils down to. Like, if Cedric had voted him out regardless, then I'm like, oh, it really didn't matter what you said. But because we just go ahead and skip to it. So Mary put her shot in the dark, and she threw a Hail Mary and was saved. Okay, and Say was like,
Mary for Mary.
Yes, she was safe. So Mary was safe. So they end up having to go vote again. Can't vote for Mary. Nobody's voting for Cedric. So the only ones available really were Justin and Say. And so when it comes down to this vote,
this crazy vote,
you know, I felt like this was gonna happen, but obviously Say votes for Justin. Cedric votes for Say, leaving Justin's vote nowhere to be found. And they like, huh?
We just went over Jeff only counted 2 votes, and none of them counted. So where was the third vote that would have counted, y'all?
Ridiculous.
Confusion. Cedric was looking around like, now wait a minute, what is going on?
And Cedric.
Cedric, if Johnny had 2 apples, Jesus.
And so that was good. I was going back to the point. So the point is with the vote. So it got to the point where they voted, re-voted. They had to vote again. And it got Jeff was like, well, at this point, I'm sorry, but I have to reveal that Justin, you don't have a vote. Ain't been voting all this time. He said, ain't voted all night, actually.
Yeah, why he rub that in there? Matter of fact, he ain't took no pen to no paper tonight. Like, what?
And they like, what? And so he's explaining it. So pretty much after they got to this deadlock that it's just Say, it's Justin. It was Say, it was Justin. He's like, all right, at this point, typically we wouldn't have the people who are up for elimination. They wouldn't be able to vote because y'all just gonna vote for yourself. But because Justin, you don't even have a vote in the first place, and Say does have a vote, we're turning it over to the consensus of the tribe. And the way it becomes unique is because both of y'all were involved in the deadlock, you don't get a say. Mary doesn't have a vote because she did her shot in the dark, so she doesn't have a say. So only Cedric has a say in this quote unquote consensus, and he now has to decide: is it Say or Justin going home? And if you don't come up with this consensus, sorry, I don't know why I lost my voice, but if you don't, it's going to Rocks, quote unquote, and you going home because you're the only other available option. Because we know if we go to Rocks, then the people who were in the deadlock vote, they become Say, and with Mary also being Say, that leaves you as the only option to go home.
You going home? You're going home.
And so they're just sitting there, and he's like, I don't know what to do. These are both my people. Justin came up to me. He's the first one I gave my word to. Then later on I met Say, and I loved her, and she's amazing. And then we became allied. And Say was like, I'm not going home. I'm sorry. I've told you everything in this game. I have been truthful with you. And this man didn't even tell you. Did you know he didn't have no vote? Quickly. With the mic. Quickly. Did you know he didn't have a vote? And he was like, no, I did not. So this is the person that you want to go deeper into the game with. Someone who didn't even tell you something as small as a vote. Yeah, this is the one you want to trust. And I've told you everything, Cedric. I have told you all of my information, everything I know in this game. I've given it to you. I've held it. I've folded it. And I've placed it in your palms. Do not send me home.
Eric, I feel like you missed the opportunity to pull a Davon. This is who you lay with?
This is who you lay with?
I just loved it because that is how you fight for your life. You don't give up till your name is called and your torch is snuffed. She didn't care about what the pizza talking about. We was going to eat some pizza. I don't care about y'all eating no pizza at whatever his pizzeria is called. I don't care about who met who first and who said what first. I'm the one you need to save because I'm the one that's being honest with you. I'm the one who you can trust. Oh. And ultimately,
you know who else fought hard? Justin. Justin fought hard.
Oh, he did not.
Justin sat there.
Like, hey, fam, I'm gonna save you a slice of pizza. You know, it's whatever.
What did he?
We still cool? Bet you can go. Say might punch me in the. She might punch me in the street if I walk down the street. You know what, fam? You gonna have to go, and I get pizza. Decisions have to be made.
And Mary sitting back like, child, this ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all do what y'all got to do.
Listen, Mary, the whole time she was just like, couldn't be me.
Look, wouldn't let that happen to me, though.
Ooh,
literally, that would be me if I ever played a successful shot in the dark. I ain't in it.
I would have actually kind of been just a little bit messy. So, Cedric, who do you think would be better moving on forward with the game? Like, you know, I don't have a say, but what would you look? I don't have a say.
What's going to be our strongest dynamic, Cedric? It's going to be me, you, and someone else.
And what do you say about that? But he had a stipulation. So he was like, you know what? Can y'all please, you Mary and you Say, can y'all please work together? Can y'all please become best friends? Because I can't do it no more. I can't take the fighting and the running and the arguing and I can't do it.
I just can't do it.
If you sign over your firstborn child to me right now, I promise you, I will keep you safe. And Say, look, I would say, but she my sister from another mister. From here on out, I'll give her the hair off my head if you gonna keep me safe tonight. It's done. Whatever you need, it's signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm yours, Cedric.
Who would have known that Cedric was team no fun feeds? That's crazy. He said no fun feeds, no more fun clips, no more running around. Kumbaya, hold hands, sit on our hands like Stephanie said.
Old habits die hard. And I was upset now that we get a tribe swap because I would have loved to see this dynamic of trying to play out how they actually try to work together now.
Because then if I'm them, if I'm Say, I'm like, listen, girl, I know we said we never gonna work together, but here's the deal. This man voted me out and you out, actually. So he voted. I know I voted you out, but he voted you out too. And if it was up to me, I think us girls need to kind of stick together. You know?
He voted Say out twice.
Right.
If I'm married, that's exactly what I said. I said, you sure they get voted out?
So
okay, wait. Quick question though. I was talking about this a little bit before. I said I wasn't gonna bring it up, but Josh, question for you. I'm trying to remember. do they normally vote 3 times? In the event of a tie, they vote one more time, and if it's still deadlocked, then they draw rocks, right?
Well, here's the thing. The first vote technically wasn't a tie. All the votes got canceled.
Yes.
That's a tie. That's a tie. I don't care. That's a 0-0 tie.
That's definitely a
That
tie.
don't count because in order for it to be a
They were
tie,
nullified.
there has to be valid votes count.
Oh, I hate this.
Well,
There's no look. It doesn't count. Jeff literally says when an idol or somebody is safe, it always says does not count. So you can't count it in a tie.
It's still a tie. It's still a tie in my head between all 3 of them.
Well,
Okay, that clears it up. That clears it up because my main gripe was when Jeff sat down and was like, all right, let's talk through this. I thought this guy was about to say, hey, we voted and we re-voted.
Mm-hmm.
And the only person who is left to go is Cedric. Let's draw 1 rock. You're out of here. I really thought that was happening after the first one.
No, like I said, the first vote wasn't those votes didn't count. So the revote between everyone else allegedly would count as the first vote.
Yeah.
And then when Jeff sat down to explain this is now the revote, which was still a tie.
Yeah, you're right. That was still a tie. That was a second vote.
Yeah,
still a tie. That should be rocks, in my opinion. That should be rocks. And because Zane and Justin were voted for.
Well, but you got to go back to the logic. So the very, very first vote, those votes were canceled out because of Mary shot in the dark being safe. So then they have to actually vote with her out without her in the equation since everybody voted for her, right? Then they vote. It's a tie. Now we have to re-vote, which that's why they had that second vote. That's why the second vote came, because that was technically the re-vote, not the third vote.
Yeah, but I actually kind of get what you were saying, Eli, because they did say that was a new thing that was kind of bringing in this new season. You get 1 re-vote. Other than that, everyone is safe that we go on the rocks. But I have seen, I have to research when, but I know there has been a time where like it's been a tie with these small numbers. I even think even in this new era, where like they did have a chance to go and talk it out or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I also have a slight disdain towards the fact that normally if you're voted for, you can't vote for each other because the votes are canceled out.
Right.
And so I understand why they did it. I understand why they didn't let Say vote. But man, because Justin doesn't have a vote, Say's vote still matters in my opinion. Soapbox is done. Say's still here. I'm happy. But oh man, I want to see a production rule book. That I'd be like Chrissy and BBOTT saying, just staring at the rule book. Eric, should I have went? I should not have went.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
look, at this in the new era Survivor, the rule book is a whiteboard. Okay.
They make it up on the fly. All right, quick little erase.
Because I mean, the same thing can be said if we go back to Cerie's uneventful departure in Game Changers. It's like, I gotta go home because everybody else was safe and nobody.
That one makes sense. So that one makes sense.
No, it don't.
Because everyone was safe in this example.
And I should have been too because nobody voted for me.
Yeah. Whoa. Cedric had control. Cedric had control of his destiny, and he decided to tie the vote again. And so, in my opinion, his dumbness of tying the vote again should have sent him home.
I agree because I feel like the writing should have been on the wall, but I made a mistake. I knew that when I watched a lot of live, I try not to look at the clock, so I try not to. I knew something had to go off because I said, we got 30 minutes left. We're going to Tribal Council already. And then we went to the replay. We still got enough time. What's going on here? Cedric, don't tell me you voted outside. Please don't tell me you voted outside.
I ain't gonna lie, that was my first thought too. I said, "Oh Lord," I said, "Oh, Sai gonna be out of here, Lord Jesus."
I'm like, I cannot believe it. But then when he did vote, I was like, I knew he was gonna do that. But then when he did it on the revote, I was like, surely he gonna do it on the because I'm sure when he went in, because him still thinking that Justin got a vote, I understood why that first vote, which was technically the revote, but it was considered the first vote. I understood why he voted Say. He's like, because Justin's obviously not going to vote me out. He's going to vote Say out, so I need to vote Say out too, so she can go home and we both be safe. But the second time realized that it was tied 1-1, what did not click? Like Tree said, if Johnny got 2 apples,
listen,
why aren't you understanding that means Justin does not have a vote? And so why would you then go into the revote voting for Say. But if I'm Say, I would never trust him again because that means the first time you thought I was going to be sent home anyway because you thought Justin had a vote. Then you did it again, whether you realized it or not that he had a vote. And then you made me plead my heart out and sign over my firstborn child and my hair on the top of my head to stay here.
Not the hair on top of the head.
I got you.
Yeah, I feel like Cedric is very lucky they swapping tribes. By the way, they done the previews. They swapping tribes.
Yes, they swap.
I feel like Cedric is very lucky, and you better hope that somehow Say gets her torching up before they remerge.
Yes,
because
she coming for him.
Do we know if they're swapping to 3 or 2? I'm assuming 3. They always do 3.
Three tribes.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You know, the frustration is valid. I think we're all over. We wouldn't have to keep doing this. Like, we love a good tribe swap, right? But we wouldn't have to keep doing this because one tribe is just getting completely decimated like this. And that's the only reason why they're doing the tribe swap.
Is this like the H season it feels like almost every season of the new era has had one tribe decimated. Maybe without 2, I don't know.
42 did, and I don't think did 43? I can't remember.
No, but every season has one tribe that just starts off kind of pitiful.
Yeah. So that's where we at. Justin went home. Ultimately, Cedric decided to send him home to go make some pizzas. He kept saying, after voting her out twice,
Justin had a delivery to do.
I said, but I know them people on that boat is like, dang, can y'all come up with something else? Y'all try to just suck, huh?
And it's kind of crazy that in one night, Cedric ended up voting for every single person in the tribal council.
He did. That gotta be history.
Yeah.
That has to be history. We need to make that check that fact so we can post it. Be the first.
You know what? Maybe Final Four voting can be interesting.
Right. Look, now you see how interesting it can get if they do the voting.
So shit, it took an advantage, and then people it took 2 advantage. One shot in the dark, one got straight lost a vote, and someone not realizing that someone doesn't have a vote.
Perfect.
But it was fun. It was fun. Fun tribal.
But yeah, that's pretty much the recap, y'all. We appreciate it for y'all hanging in. This was a good episode. That was a very fun tribal council because we did not know what was going on. We honestly thought it was gonna be,
I said one for the books.
For sure. I definitely thought it was gonna be cut and dry and Mary was just gonna go home. Because who could have anticipated her thing saying safe? Like, she better thank whatever guardian angel she got. She better thank them and better never turn them loose because, baby, this is the way you keep surviving is insane. She got more lives than a cat. But Mary's still here. Say is still here. And we're going to see what happens with this tribe swap. Who do we think is most at risk out of everybody with a tribe swap?
It's hard to say because we don't have much of a semblance of who's on what, who's going to end up where.
That's true.
So it won't be I won't have a feeling of who's going to be in danger on each tribe until they see
who's on each tribe.
Yeah, because after they swap, be like, okay, this person's most at risk, this person's most at risk, and this person's most at risk. No, I'll say this: the person who's off the top going in the most trouble is Stalker. She still ain't got her idol yet.
That's right.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, if she end up getting switched to another tribe, then she will not be able to get her idol.
That's true.
Is she voteless till the merge or till the tribe swap? I forget.
What is she waiting on?
They can't figure out the code.
Can't nobody.
Man, they better start next episode with Thomas trying to help Sar out so hard. Just like, all right, we are doing this.
Everybody on that tribe except for Eva took a crack at trying to solve that puzzle. And we
also don't know if Shaheen and Joe then was actually trying to solve it. For real. So we're gonna see if they sabotage Po Baby and she just don't get no idol, so she just voteless to the next tribal. I think she's voteless to whatever the next tribal is.
No.
Huh?
No.
If she does not get the idol from the little container, she is voteless until the merge.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking. So, because like after this trial switch, they're gonna be no, it's not gonna be the merge yet.
They have at least 2 more rounds At least
Got a little minute.
2 rounds in the new tribes.
Oh well, that sucks for her. Yeah, she is the most vulnerable then.
Man, I feel like I'm a little bit nervous for Charity a bit in terms of I think she'd kind of get thrown to the wolves even if she's in a Siva majority. I think she might be kind of like, oh, yeah, we want to work with everyone. Let's get Charity up out of here. So that's probably the one person where I could see kind of getting thrown under the bus. Anyone else? I don't know. They haven't lost yet. We don't know who actually hates who.
That part. But y'all, who lost somebody on their draft tonight? We're gonna wrap it up with the drafts. Who lost somebody?
Josh.
Josh.
Oh.
Sorry to that man.
My draft coming together. My draft's kind of coming together. I have Star, I have Mitch, and I have Mary left. And look at my shot in the dark getting used. Oh, we stay alive, baby.
I don't know, but mine's looking pretty good.
You got Cedric. Cedric didn't know how to count to 3 this episode.
He didn't.
No offense. No, I'm sorry.
He didn't. But did he get voted out?
He did not. He actually didn't get one vote cast against him.
Not a one.
So
we looking good.
There we go. There we go. Now, you know what would have been interesting if Say would have voted for Cedric when Cedric voted for Say.
Yeah.
Because does Justin
I would have been mad too.
Then they have to go to Rocks because Justin don't have a vote, so he has no say. Mary gave up her vote for the shot in dark, so she would have no say. So they would have to go to Rocks.
Who knows? Thank goodness.
No more theories. We closing out. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate everybody who hung in with us. If you're watching on Twitter, please make sure you go to our YouTube channel. You can find us in the link in our bio at A Who All Gonna Be There podcast. And subscribe and turn on those notifications. And also, while you're already on Twitter, if you're not there, go to that A Who All There on Twitter and Instagram if you're on IG, and follow us there as well and turn on those notifications so you never miss when we got something coming on. We appreciate you all, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Goodbye. We out.
Bye.